This manifestation technique is backed by neuroscience and it works. I've used it countless times to transform different areas of my life. And if you are new to manifestation, if you've been part of, practicing manifestation for years, you will be able to do this technique. You will find it valuable and it will actually get the wheels of what you've been attracting and what you've been manifesting turning in the right direction for you. So let's dive in. I want you to think about an area in your life where things aren't as you would like them to be, okay? What is that area in your life where you want to manifest change? What is that area in your life that feels stuck? Now, a really important part of becoming a pro at intentionally manifesting results that you do want into your life is to get really good at listening to how you feel and listening to what the thoughts are that go round and round in your head with regards to that subject. This is why inside of my Align manifestation program, one of the first things that I do anytime I jump on a call with my Align students is I invite them to check in with how are they feeling in their body right now. So I want you to think about that area in your life where you're feeling stuck and be really honest. You can pause this and write down what are the most common thoughts that tend to go round and round in your head at the moment about that area in your life. Now, here's the thing. If we are not consciously doing anything about it, those thoughts are likely to feel desperate, frustrated, scared, lack, or any of those kinds of words would probably describe the thoughts and feelings around that subject, right? Worrying if things are going to get better, worrying how you're going to fix it, how you're going to change it. Now, for as long as those thoughts are the dominant thoughts that you have around that subject in your life, they're not going to be helping you. Let's put it that way. You are feeding your brain with that story. You are rooting yourself in this version of your reality and perpetuating more of the same stuck feeling. So this is the simple thing that I do whenever I want to change the results I'm getting in a certain area of my life. I ask myself, what would the story sound like if that area in my life was exactly how I wanted it? What would I be saying? How would it feel? What results do I want and how easy do I want them? I'll give an example of a real life story of someone that I worked with who was struggling to see sales in her business. And we jumped on a call and she opened up to me and she poured her heart out and she was saying things like, nobody's interested in my business. I've tried everything and nothing's working. Nobody wants to buy my products, etc., etc. Okay. And I really appreciated that she was just being honest, as in honest about what the thoughts were in her mind, right? Rather than pretending to be positive when she wasn't feeling positive. Because her honesty allowed me to identify what the dominant stories are. Imagine it's like those stories you say that have been circling around you, right? They are emanating from every pore in your body. You are radiating that energy into the universe around you. And your subconscious is attuned to that story as well. And what your subconscious does is it obediently shows you, makes you focus on things that agree with your story. So if you've got a story that sounds like nobody's interested in buying my products, nobody's interested in my business, I've tried everything and nothing works, then the next day and the next day, you're going to set yourself up. Your subconscious mind is going to set you up to create more of the same results, right? Without you even consciously realizing it. It will cut you off from the ideas that could change the situation from you. It will put you into self-sabotaging patterns that keep you in the same place. It will cause you to even procrastinate on responding to that potential client who's interested, or cause you to get distracted and fall off track and not be consistent with your marketing, and so on and so on. So I said to this client of mine, I said to her, okay, let's just play a game and let's change the story for 24 hours, 48 hours. Okay, let's change it to how you would love it to be. So what would the story sound like? And she said, well, I suppose it would sound like, wow, everybody's interested in buying from me. My business sales are going through the roof. Everything is working for me so easily and effortlessly. Sales are flowing in. I feel so good about my business. All is well, and it just keeps getting better and better and better. Okay. How much better does that feel? Just you listening to this right now compared to the story that we were talking about before, which feels better? I know that sounds like an obvious question, but you can feel it in your heart, in your gut, in your intuition, right? You know that those more positive stories feel feel better. Why do they feel better? Because you are already radiating something different. Your mind is going from a state of stress and fear and lack, and everything feels contracted, to possibilities opening up, things feeling easier, stress melting, tension melting, results flowing, momentum happening. Okay. And so I said to her, just tell yourself these new stories for the next day or two. I think that's the missing piece here. That's where we need to start looking. Not necessarily a change in your business strategy, but a change in the stories that you're telling yourself and the universe and your subconscious about how things are for you. 48 hours later, I got a message from her saying, oh my God, Lucie, I've got this person interested. I've got another order coming through. I've just had this many sales this morning, asking like, what do I do next? Which is a brilliant situation to be in. So the moral of the story is your breakthrough doesn't have to be far away. You could see the wheels of your manifestation change and turn in the right direction within a matter of days of you unclenching, letting go from holding on so tightly to the automatic lack-based story that our mind can wander to when we are not being intentional about what we are saying and the story we are feeding our mind with. Things can change really fast when you start putting a new story out there. Now, within my Align program, I recommend so many different ways to help my students to implement their new stories. One of the simplest and one of my favorites is a free app you can download. It's called Parrot if you have an iPhone, or Easy Voice Recorder is the Android equivalent. And you can record yourself like a voice memo saying your new story to yourself. And then the other reason why I love these apps so much is that once you've recorded it, you can press play and it will loop and it will loop and it will loop. So you could listen to your new story every day when you wake up, while you're getting ready. You can have it on at a low volume in the background while you're doing your work, while you're on your walk, while you're having your morning breakfast, or whatever it might be, okay? The more that you expose your brain to the new story, the better. And every moment that you're listening to your new story, you're also tuning away from the old story. You're not giving yourself the mental space to regress into wallowing in the old story. This is Manifestation 101, the foundation, the fundamental that gets your results to start changing for you. It's about telling yourself the story that you want to experience even before the results have shifted. It's about getting out ahead of your manifestation and deciding in advance what you want, and talking to yourself and allowing those words to help you feel like it's already done now. Like I said, the results may shift and the wheels may start to turn in a matter of hours or days. But I also want to add that I'm not here to promote quick fixes. Obviously, who doesn't love a quick result? But if you have found that you've been particularly stuck in a certain pattern your whole entire life maybe, then I would recommend that you do this exact exercise and commit to it for the long run, okay? If you want to fully rewire your subconscious mind, because you can do that using this exact technique, this exact exercise, all it will take is more consistency, more immersion, immersing your brain in this story for the next few months, or just making it your new life story forever. Amen. I'm sure many of you have heard of Bob Proctor, one of the most influential manifestation and personal development names of the 20th century. And he famously shared a story of how when he was a young man in the early days of starting his cleaning business, I believe it was, he recorded himself saying a famous money affirmation on a record, like on a vinyl record. And he had a portable record player, and he would take this record player with him everywhere. He said his friends would laugh at him as he pulled up in his car with the record player in the passenger seat, and it was playing this money affirmation on repeat. And he listened to it so much for so long that he actually wore away the record because the needle wore the record down. That's how much he played this and listened to this affirmation track. And he swears by it. He claims that that is what led to him becoming a multi-millionaire. And obviously he was putting in the work, but if you are putting putting in the work without the right subconscious beliefs as your foundation, then you can work and work and work and work, but not see the results that you want to get. Or you can get the results and then lose the results because subconsciously you don't feel like they belong to you or it's safe for you to have. And if you have ever found that you have worked really hard but failed to get the results that you want, then you know only too well that this is true. Let me know if you found this useful. Let me know if you're going to try this. And feel free to share any success stories with us of experience that you have had using this technique. If you would like to dive deeper on this real important work of rewiring your subconscious mind so that it starts working for you instead of against you, then I would love to support you inside my Align Manifestation program. I'll put the link down below with the details to join the waitlist. And also, if you'd like to dive into something today, right away, then I invite you to join our 21-day Release the Blocks challenge. In just 21 days, I will guide you through the process to rewiring your subconscious mind. I'll put the link down below there as well. You can read all the success stories and give it a go yourself. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to hit the subscribe button and ring my bell so you never miss another video. And if you're listening to this on podcast, which is now another option for you as well, then thank you so much. Let me know with a 5-star review and that kind of thing. And I will see you in the next episode. Until next time, bye.